Hey there, Johnny Daniel, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. It's Wednesday at 7. How you doing? I hope okay. I'm dropping stuff all over the place. Alright, let's see if we can get organized here. Okay. Almost. Dropping stuff, doing stuff. Yes. Okay. If you're on with me, please comment, say hello. I'm going to give it just 2 seconds and we'll be good. All right, so while I'm waiting for people to come on, say hello. Hey, Serene. Trying to look to see who the other ID is, but I can't tell. Anyways, hello. So it's the turn of the month. Can you believe it's August already? I can't. But I'm sure my daughter is happy. Hey, Pen. I'm sure my daughter is happy that it's August. Hey, Pam. So, turn of the month means the deadline has passed to order the stamps. So if you want the August class, it is $15 now. Also, let's see, what else has changed? Club order bonus has changed and flipped over. So there's that. And let's see what else. I'm getting ready for farmer's market. I am revamping my booth. So I'm hoping, if not this time, next time, I'm working on doing a clearance section. I'm working on doing a, what I call a fishbowl raffle. Gonna go back to that to be able to capture some names and have a reason, with gas being high, have a reason for you guys to drive. So let's see, what else? Isn't that enough? So, I opened a TikTok account, so I'm trying to still figure that out. In between there, I had that really bad cold and lost my voice. Hopefully I sound like more like myself. And I already have next week's live done. Yay! So, with that being said, I'm going to flip you around and we're going to get to creating. Tonight we are creating our own designer series paper, and I'm also teaching you how to do watercolor wash. So you can create different colors of paper with just an ink refill, a watercolor painter, or a bucket of water or a cup of water and a paintbrush. It's up to you on how you want to do it. Personally, I like the water painters. Why? Because there's not a bucket of water sitting on my table. So, all right, with that being said, I'm going to flip you around and we're going to get to creating tonight. So, hold on. If I can remember what button to push. Always an adventure, isn't it? Always, always. And let's see how close I am. I was fairly close a minute ago, but you know, a lot can change in a minute, right? All right, so we're gonna move up. We're gonna see if we're halfway even. I think we're good enough. All right. So, okay, tonight. Okay, tonight we are creating this gorgeous card, and this background is fairly plain. So I'm going to show you how to just randomly stamp to create your own designer series paper. I know this is like, for me it's easy, but you often see designer series paper and say it needs to be finished, right? In the sense that you get the paper and you can't add anything to it, right? And if it's not perfect, you're like, oh, forget it. No. And then, believe it or not, all of this is white paper. The, I don't know, sprig and the label, that's all white. Starting out as white. paper. Yes, really. So that's what we're doing tonight. I do have a little bit of a change. So if you want the materials from tonight, it's $5 because I gotta mail it. More tea. I'm doing green tea, Serene. So it's $5 to mail it. There is not a pickup option. I'm sorry. So you will get this nice shiny red envelope, and then you will get another envelope for your card. You will get a card base, Starry Sky mat, the Designer Series mat, and then you will also get, this is the bonus one. Hold on, let me go back. All right, I should have started on top. Then you'll get a piece of basic white. That's for all your die cuts and stuff. Okay, and then you're gonna get all the gems you need for both cards. You're gonna get the materials for 2 cards. So the second card, envelope, base, same mat, inner, outer mat, okay? Here's the other side to it. And then you're gonna get, to play with for the watercolor wash, you're gonna get the watercolor paper, okay? So that is what you get for the $5 for the materials. Now, Pen, if you change your mind, just let me know. It won't hurt my feelings, I promise. So she had already ordered it. So the new code, host code for the club, and you'll have to look up online, stampingwithjohnny.com, and you'll have to look and see what the bonuses are, because they change so frequently. I'm like, I don't want to say wrong. So yeah, it's just what it is, right? So all right, I'm gonna catch up on comments down here because I have new ones that were not showing up. Yeah, I know, right? Green tea has just enough caffeine to pick me up, but not enough to keep me awake all night. So awesome. Okay, let's see, what else do I have out? Okay, so really quickly, so Nature's Prints is on page 91. That's this gorgeous set, and then we're going to use some of the paper, and then we're going to use some of the dies. Okay, so there's what we got. Okay, let's see, and then like I said before, the blue paper on top is simply white, and that's it. And then we got rhinestones and water painters and all that stuff, but this is, I don't know what it is. I think it's the blues. It's probably one of my favorite sets that we have. Okay, so bear with. I will change and do something else. I really will, I promise. So this is what we're creating tonight, or something similar. Okay, so this is more of an idea kind of night. Okay, so I forgot to bring the Big Shot, or the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, the Boss, over. One sec. Okay, and you know, I told myself I was going to forget and I should grab it, and then I forgot and didn't grab it. Go figure, huh? Okay, so measurements for this card. This is a thick basic white card base. This is cut at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Okay, so there you go, fairly straight. So, and then I have Starry Sky, and this is at let's see, 5 by 3 3/4. It took me a second, sorry. And then this piece, which is from this same suite, this is cut at 4 3/4 by, or no, I think it's 4 1/2. 4.5 by 3.25. Sorry. And then just a piece of scratch. So you don't need to worry about how big or whatever, as long as you have enough to cover. Otherwise you need 2, right? It's just that simple. So first things first, we're going to do the watercolor wash because it's got to dry, okay? Because if it's not dry, it doesn't cut well. So that's first, right? Let's see. So first things first, grab another block. And we're going to open Starry Sky. I've got a silicone mat so my scrap mat does not get filthy. We'll see how good I am on this, right? Okay, let's go this way. Okay, so this entire sheet, you're like, but wait, there's other white stuff. Yeah, there is, but I want to have this entire sheet. So I'm going to grab another scrap. And we'll throw one in the kit too. All right, so this one's going to be washed, and then this one is going to be the white background, okay? So first and foremost, we're going to take our block and dab it into that ink, and that's going to become our palette, okay? And then I have our water painter. Just this simple, right? Water painter, okay? And you're gonna drip, and you're gonna drip. Just a couple so it's not going all over, hopefully. Let's put this here. I potentially have a mess, right? You might want to pick a bigger block. Let's get 2 mats. Let's just cover the whole thing. Hey Iris, how are you? So, all right, let's move this over. My goodness gracious, huh? All right, now I can play because I got a little bit of room. Okay, so first and foremost, you might want to drop a tiny bit of water, with or without ink, doesn't matter, to kind of prime your paper, okay? Come on. My hand is not squeezing well for some reason. And then you're just going to kind of wash. Why do you do it with diluted or not that much ink? Because then you don't get dots when you're trying to put the color in. It makes for a more uniform piece of paper, I guess is what we're gonna say. Okay. If you do have dots, that's just where you're not gonna cut. It's just that simple, okay? How do you know your paper's still wet? When it's curled up like that. When it starts to flatten back out, you're good, okay? So we're gonna stick this down in here. Later I'll rinse it, but hey, not right now, right? And we're gonna let that dry. So the whole goal is to create whatever pattern you want. So like right now, I could go in with a stamp and pull out. We did that a couple weeks ago if you want a pattern or anything like that. But honestly, I just wanted that light blue. So that's what we did, okay? So what I'm gonna do now is make room, and we're going to let that dry for a second, okay? Maybe even a couple. We'll see how it goes, okay? So in the meantime, now the pro to the basic white is, when you're watercolor washing, is, guess what? It's nice and smooth, right? So you're not going to have texture to go around and whatnot. What's the downside to it? It sometimes piddles a little if you get too much water on it. What's too much? It depends. And then it just, you know, so if you don't mind the texture, you'll want to have the watercolor paper. But I wanted to be able to stamp. So, you know, it's what it is, right? Okay, so I'm gonna still go with this one. Like, where's my blocks? They're not in my holder. Well, why not? Because I took them out to keep them safekeeping, right? So I had them. All right, so here's the thing. When you're stamping on a plainer piece of, hey Lise, a plainer piece of designer series paper, you need to be random. So if you cannot be random, I would recommend glancing off, closing your eyes, kind of knowing where your paper is. Yes, really. That's how I started being okay with it being random. Because at first I was like, oh, I need it to be perfect. No. So I am very nonchalant, I guess would be the proper term about it. And I just kind of go with it. So this is not a perfect, but this is making your own designer series paper. So Lise, you came in a tiny bit late. I just wanted to let you know I'm doing this new thing that if you want the materials, and you'll have to go back to the replay in the very beginning, if you want the materials for today's project, I will be mailing them out, invoicing, mailing them out. It's $5 total, including the shipping. So, and I will be blogging about it and doing all that, but I just want to let you know. Tea is a wonderful thing. Okay, so we have that done. That is how to make designer series paper your own. Okay, so it's just that simple. I do need that in a minute. So I am going to put this onto my, and I also talked about craft fair stuff, and that I'm going to be doing eventually, I don't know if it'll be this Saturday, I will announce it though, a clearance section, and I will also be doing fishbowl raffle again. And what I mean by that is fill out the raffle, fill out the information form, and then, you know, then you have a chance to win whatever it is. So this weekend, I believe I'm going to do the magnet board chore list, whatever it was called, the kit, and whoever wins, it will be mailed to them. So you don't have to be present to win, because I'm going to blog it after the event. Okay? Yes, I know. It's just what it is. So, all right. So I've stamped that. I've done that. How dry is this? It's still pretty wet. Let's stamp it anyways. It's okay. All right. You will wait the appropriate amount of time, which basically means when it is not cool to the touch or damp, it's completely dry. But I didn't mind if it was a little bit spread out from the water. So, yeah, it is what it is. All right. And then let's see. Let's do a hello there, because we've already done heartfelt thank you in the sample. So we're going to do a hello there. And I will show you at the end of today, I will show you what we will be doing for next week's. Yes, I already have next week's up. So I've been kind of working. So now that I'm back, my heel is pretty much healed. My voice is pretty much healed. You know, oh my gosh, right? So it is what it is. All right, so I'm gonna grab the machine and we're gonna die cut through. And I need to move this stuff. Excuse the reach. Excuse the reach. But I need to have room for it to come out. Okay. Okay, so die cut, die cut, die cut. I'm like, I know I brought them over. Where are they? my piles are getting too big. So we're going to use this one, and then we're going to use, I didn't know if I was going to do the same flower thing, sprig, so I didn't pull it out. Okay, so we're going to do the white one first. Why? To give that just a minute more to dry, and hopefully it'll be good. Okay, so this one, we just need the white background, and I know I'm a tiny bit off screen, but when it comes out, it'll be perfect. Okay, so this is the white one. So just a note, if you ever get adhesive on your cutting plates, Glue Gun works well, but because it's an oil-based, you need to make sure to wash it with soap and water after you do the Glue Gun, so you don't end up with oily spots all over your stuff. I didn't do it this time, but I have in the past, so that is why I'm telling you this. Okay, if you get adhesive on your cutting plates, Glue Gun works great, but soap and water after. Okay, I'm getting this piece out so it doesn't ram in. All right, so our pieces look like that. This one's gonna get cut, and if you were at Lisa's class, not the same Lisa, if you were at Lisa's class, you already know how to stretch that label. Well, this is a little wet, so we'll see how it cuts. It's okay though, we hope. Okay, so there's that one. I'm like, where'd the other one go? And we're gonna do hello there. Okay, so if you pivot, can you see this? Just barely. So if you pivot and then put it down, it tends to not move on you. Or you can use masking paper, post-it note, washi tape, magnetic, but ours is not. Ours got deemed defective. We'll just say that. So, all right, hopefully this cut out really well. Since it was a tiny bit damp, so I do have more if you wanted to do more. All right, so we're gonna pull pieces off of here. Okay. And that is how you do watercolor wash. It's a touch lighter, but I love the effect it has. So we're gonna grab here, and I'm gonna grab my snips. All right, so to stretch this out, because right now it's the exact same size, right? To stretch this out, you cut this in half, and then you cut all the bumps off. So you're gonna take this side and you're gonna cut. You're gonna take this side and you're gonna cut. I must not have cut the half straight, because it's, yeah, definitely not straight, but it's okay. So you're gonna cut your bumps off. Cut your bumps off. All right, so now what we're gonna do, I don't know about you, but when they're cut in half like that, they kind of look like fish lips to me. I'm not sure why. So, you know, just me being me, right? So, all right, so I gotta ask ya the infamous question, right? What was for dinner, or have you eaten already? Hubby just got home from a job, and I am fixing BLTs after, I should say BLATs after this. So, okay, so there's that. I don't want to put it down because there's still stickies in the middle, right? Okay, so the glorious thing about this is I don't have to be too terribly detailed with the adhesive because I'm like, do I need glue dots or can I just, I'm gonna fudge it and we're gonna hope and pray. Okay, so we want this to be kind of a shadow, so we want it to be just offset. I did get some glue down in there though. Okay, I think we're about fixed. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm gonna flip all these over with adhesive sticking to me, and we're gonna do dimensionals for the rest of it. Chicken and rice. Okay. Sounds good. I'll be over in about half hour. No, I'm just teasing. So, like I said, I think tonight is BLTs. And who knows about the rest of the week, right? So, all right, so we're gonna peel these off. If you ever have trouble peeling them off, like I almost did, position this here. If you ever have trouble with it, easy way, grab your thumb, push in the middle, and they'll pop right off, okay? Push in the middle. Evidently this group wants to be like that. I usually have that trouble with the black ones, not the white ones, for some reason, just how they're done. So there's that. So you have until Saturday at midnight, as long as it's time stamped for Saturday, then we're good to order the materials. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. And I will have them die cut for you. So if you don't have the stamps yet, you can easily probably color them in and you'll be fine. So, okay. So we've got here. And that, transport cheesy, I wish I could do cauliflower. Oh my gosh, I just can't. So, my body does not allow me to do cauliflower well. We'll just say it that way. Okay? So that is tonight. Okay? So if you want to order the materials, that is what you're going to get with the bonus watercolor paper. And then I have to show you a tease for next week. We're going to be making this taco card. Yes, I know we're not on Tuesday, but what do you think? Is it too cute? This is out of the Splendid Day Suite, believe it or not. So, take a look in your catalog and tell me what you think. So that's going to be next week. Next week, you'll get the materials and bonus gems to match. So, but for this week, my goodness, with all the glue and everything, for this week, you'll get the materials for that and some bonus watercolor paper to play with. So, I hope you enjoyed tonight. Follow me, stampingwithjohnny.com, the blog, stampingwithjohnny.com. Thank you. Cute is right, huh? So, the blog will have a full tutorial, and it will also have the video for YouTube, which is the same as tonight. That will be linked over, so if you want to reference it, it's all right there. So thanks again, and give me a follow so that way you will know what's going on for Saturday. Thanks. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.